Hi, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 22nd, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much. And as always, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Oh, goodness. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Okay. All right, Aquarius. We are crowned here by the Three of Pentacles reversed, which means that this is not a time that we really like working with others. Just being aware of this and being honest with ourselves. It's like, even if we have to work in a group activity, we're not like, oh, yay, this is so much fun. Also, be very mindful during this time of people taking credit for your work. Be sure that you name stamp it as yours type of thing, because that's going to be important. It moves us then to the 10 of Cups reverse. We are questioning what makes us happy. Okay, this is going to be a time where you can be looking at things that you really love and you really, it's like this is just such a part of you. But then you're going to be like, well, it's lame. It's lame, or it's basic, or it's whatever the heck people say to put people's joys down. And we're going to be looking at other people and thinking, I should have their happiness. I should be like them. Like it should be like that type of thing. So just be mindful about this during this time, because we can really be stepping away from what we really love and trying to fit into an amalgamation of something that we think will make us happy, but it's not us, and so it won't. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. It then moves us to the Five of Swords. This is also going to be a time where we look at things and we realize, oh, but I'm not the same person I was. I have transformed. I have come so far. So we're going to be in situations. Now, this can be situations where people like make us feel guilty for what makes us happy, or make us think that we're missing out on something. It could be like one of those people that say, I don't want to talk to you again until you've, achieved XYZ type of deal, and make you feel like, oh, you've really missed out, where when you haven't, like you're living your life the way that you want to. And so here with the Five of Swords, it's being in a situation with people who either you've known from the past or whose personalities are very similar to people who would trigger you in the past, or who bring up past memories that trigger you. And you have to remember, I'm not the same person. You don't get to talk to me like that. We're not doing that, type of deal. So just be very aware of this during this time, because there is going to be a time here, Aquarius, where it's like, oh no, that does not fly. Then we have the Hierophant energy. This is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. Now, we can have a really hard time. It's interesting. We have a hard time in groups, with that dichotomy, but we can also have a really hard time with being told what to do right now. We don't want to find where we fit in. This can also be a time where we don't really want to fit in, where we want to just be us, even though we're looking at things saying, oh, but if I was more like this or more like that person, I'd be happy. But here with the Hierophant reversed, it's, the Hierophant is representative of the Pope in the major arcana. And it's that structure, it's the rules, it's the knowing, this is my path, this is what I want, this is how it has to be, this is, the all-seeing power type of thing. And we can be questioning that. We can also be having a bit of difficulty with a Taurus energy, or if we have Taurus in our chart, that part of our personality can be causing us, some difficulty. It's also unyielding. It's like, it will be like this and it will be like that. And we're just not here for that energy right now. We really aren't. We're like, oh, please go away. We then have the Knight of Fire. So the Knight of Fire is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Again, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, if we have fire sign energy in our life, we might not be getting on with this energy very well, because we will see it as hot-headed. Okay. If we have this energy in our personality, we're going to be looking at this part of our personality and be like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, calm down. It's not that big a deal. And this is also a person who doesn't really have the follow through that you would like. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. This can also be somebody, oh my gosh, if you are looking for someone during this time, if you're single and ready to mingle type of thing, be very mindful of an energy that is super flirty, most likely very, very, very good looking, and just has no follow through, no commitment, no nothing. If you want a good time, this is the person to call. If you want anything more than that, this is not the person to call. So just be aware of this during this time. We then have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. This is, this is a gift from God, source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, that we don't even know we're getting right now. This is wealth or what we value as much as money. And we're going to be looking at things during this time and being like, man, why aren't I stepping into my prosperity? I know I'm supposed to be, because we can feel this energy right here. So it can be frustrating, Aquarius. So just be mindful about this, because it is reversed. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing how to cultivate, how to grow, how to expand what it is that we want. And it brings us then to the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is, there's going to be something here. We're very fixated on a certain way of doing things. And spirit has a different energy that they want us to pay attention to. And this is going to be a time where that energy just like takes over. It takes over. And we're going to be thinking, oh, now this is another thing put on my plate, or this has come out of the blue and absolutely sideswiped me. Like, what the heck is going on here? And it's going to change things up. You can be very frustrated about this, but it's going to be very important. Then we have the Lovers reversed. This is Gemini energy. Time frame May 21st to June 20th. Interesting that Taurus time frame goes straight into Gemini time frame. So the time frame of April 20th to June 20th, that might be a little bit of a tricky time frame for you. So just being aware of that and honoring that that might not be your time frame in 2024 will be helpful, because it's like, oh, okay, it's in the cards, I can see it, and it was going to be tricky, and it was tricky. All right, good job. Like, it's kind of like, okay, that's done. Now let's move on. We are coming out of Gemini timeframe, right? And we can find this time was very hard to embrace what we love. We can find it also to be very two-faced, or people to be very two-faced during this time. We can find it to be hard to connect with the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspect of ourselves, the duality of ourselves. Aquarius might be really bothering us. We want things to be either all A or all B, but we don't want them to mix together. We want things to be clear cut and straightforward during this time, and it's just not going to be, and that can be really frustrating. So being aware of that is going to be super important. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that just fell right down. Let me go pick it up. All right, here we are with Divinity. This is connecting to what is divine to us. It doesn't have to be an orthodoxy. It is just saying, this is what divinity, the divine, looks like to me, and this is what is sacredly important to me. That is going to be very important, and it's going to be very beautiful. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is grounding. Okay, one of the things that will really help during this time, Aquarius, is to go outside and put your feet on the earth. If you can, if you can't, visualize putting your feet on the earth, or barefoot shoes if you don't like the feel of grass underneath your feet, or if you live in the city and that's not possible. Just getting as close to the ground as possible and visualizing yourself, planting yourself deep, grounding yourself, centering yourself. That is going to be very important. It's going to be a very beautiful thing as well. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We are looking at our root, what grounds us, what stabilizes us within this world, and what do we want to grow more of? What do we want to grow into? What do we want to cultivate more of as we move forward in our existence? It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is, again, the Four of Cups. This is going to blindside us a bit. So just beware, just beware that when this happens, you'll be like, oh, Dane warned me. Okay. Spirit told me this was going to happen. And it's going to be that we're looking over here, and then This cup is just demanding our attention. You need to look at this, and something's going to come, and it's going to feel so frustrating because it's like, but I have to do this, and now this is demanding my attention. But it's also going to be a really, really important shift in our energy and in our understanding. It can move us further away from what we love if we let the anger really take over, because we do have the Knight of Wands reversed here. So our temper can flare, Aquarius. It just can. And it's not like us. We don't like it, but it can happen during this time, which is fine. Everybody loses their temper. Everybody has a bad day. So cut yourself some slack, but just note that that is a possibility. With the Three of Pentacles, again, you want to make sure that people aren't taking credit for what you're doing, because you're going to be so busy working that you're not going to really be looking at, oh, am I getting praised for this or am I not? Because that's also like a jerky thing to do, to make sure that everybody knows, hey, look at what I did every time you do something. Little kids do it and it's adorable. Older people do it and it's not cute at all. So just be aware of that. And I mean, like, kindergartners do it and it's cute. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. With the 10 of Cups, do not be embarrassed about what you love. As long as you come from a place of love and kindness, you're not hurting anyone, you're compassionate, you're living your life, say, this is my joy. I always felt that way, because I always thought, oh, what I like to do is so boring. Like, other people do like skydiving and exciting things, and I do boring things. And then I realized I'm just a very quiet person, and I can enjoy being a quiet person, and I can respect that quietness in myself, or I can be mad at it and want to change it. And then, then it's like, I'm just going to have to change the essence of me. Embracing our happiness is a heck of a lot easier than saying the essence of you is wrong, change it. Because Aquarius, it's just not going to work. It's just not, it doesn't work. The 5 of Swords, again, we're going to be meeting people that either trigger us, that remind us about people we had run into, that made us feel small when we were little, when, they had some sort of power over us some way or another. It could be somebody that we fell in love with, and they just seemed to have a power over us. It was like, I don't know what happened, but man, did I go down the wrong path with that person. So just be aware of this during this time. With the Hierophant, we don't want to be told what to do. We don't want to be part of a group. We don't want to fit in. We kind of want to go to the beat of our own drum and be left alone. So respecting that within ourselves and knowing it, and also knowing that, okay, it can just be a little bit more difficult for me during this time to follow the rules, or to, listen to what somebody else has to say, or, listen to my boss, or listen to this or that. Be mindful of your temper, or be mindful also of the temper of others. That can really just blindside us. So just being aware of that. It can make us feel like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough. So being aware of that is going to be important as well. A gift is being given to us, but we're not getting it yet, right? Because we don't have a court sign here, a court card of the Pentacles taking that gift of the Ace of Pentacles. So we have that gift coming. We know it's coming. It's reversed, because it's like, I know it's here. I know it's supposed to be here, but we also are having difficulty around prosperity, money, what we value as much as money. And we're thinking, that's not right. Like, that doesn't feel like this should be the case. And that's because a gift is coming, but it's not being given yet. We're actually lining things up. And part of the lining things up is going to be just something that comes out of left field that we didn't imagine could happen. And then here, coming out of the Gemini time period ends on the 20th. Some people debate that, so give yourself some wiggle room. But we're coming right out of the Gemini time period into the Cancer time period, which always starts with the summer solstice, right? Which is a beautiful way to start any time period, but it's also a full moon. So we have the summer solstice, we have the full moon. It's going to be intense. It's going to be complex. And that just can be a lot for us. And we can feel just very overwhelmed. So just be aware that that transition can be a bit difficult. It moves us then to our subconscious energy. And our subconscious spirit energy is create. And this is reverse. We need to give ourselves permission to create, to cultivate, to open up the doors to what we want in life, and to say, I'm unapologetic about what I am creating and what I love within my life. It moves us then to our energy, our chakra energy, which is spiritual awakening. And this is reverse. So we are fighting a spiritual awakening. This is our crown chakra. So many of us during this time are fighting a spiritual awakening. So you're in good company. You're in a vast majority of company. But here, if we can focus on opening up our crown chakra, we can focus on stepping into our spiritual esoteric, sensitive, compassionate self. And that is beautiful. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And I mean, this is a good one. Always the Three of Swords, heartbreak and pain and disappointment. They're wounds that we have accumulated along the way, three main ones that come forward and that make us doubt ourselves, that make us think, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't be this, I can't be that. And Spirit's like, why? These wounds happened once upon a time. Why are we still being defined by them? And as we release them, know that we are also going to have to heal from them. And it moves us then to the Ace of Swords. Subconsciously, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift just for us. Again, we do not have a court card that takes this gift, but we know that it's coming forward. We are much more ready and able to take this gift. We might not see ourselves take it immediately, which would show if we had a court card here of the swords. But what we are seeing is that we are moving forward more in our prosperity, more in our success, more in the cutting through nonsense, embracing our voice, knowing what it is that we want. And it's going to be a lot easier to take this gift, which clarifies our mind, which brings power to our voice, which kind of sets us apart from the rest. And that's going to be pretty darn cool. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.